Gary? Gary! Where are you? It's Felicia! Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
No, it is I who am sorry for to be messy roadblock for beautiful lady. But this is the only place that I have to stay now.
What a pity.
Hey, Tito, get up.
Morning, Peaches.
Morning.
That's a sight I could definitely get used to waking up to.
Tito, get a grip. And get up and get dressed, because we're expecting a visitor now.
Remy, it's me.
Just a minute. Come on. Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for coming over. I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure why I did. When you called, it sounded urgent, but it looks like you got all the help you need.
Hey, so are we still on for coffee?
You bet. But could we meet at the docks? I want to talk to you privately.
Yeah, sure. Mom, are you sure you want me to hang around and wait for this money?
Absolutely. I just came up with another source who won't make you prove anything to anyone. I just need about an hour.
Okay, I'll see you later. Go, Mom.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Good. Where's Dante?
Oh, Tammy took him to playgroup.
Wow, I overslept, huh?
Yeah, you tossed and turned all night. You couldn't have gotten much sleep. Something wrong?
No, nothing. Just a pretty big day yesterday.
Yes, Cindy's arrest is all over the paper.
Oh, Jake's paper, what do you expect?
It talks about you, how you helped build a case against her. Suspension's gonna be over, Joe. We're gonna have our lives back.
Hello?
The clock is ticking, Captain.
Yeah, hang on a second, okay? I gotta take this baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we clear about the arrangement, Captain? Just 36 more hours to come up with 20 grand, and the world learns that your wife sold her baby.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm working on it, man, but, gotta believe me on that. But not made a dough here, I'm just a cop.
Your wife is made of dough.
Come on, man, I'm not gonna tell her about this. Believe me, I will come up with something. Hey, Josie, this is a nice surprise.
Yeah, I passed Pauline on the way out. You said that you were here.
How's Gary doing? Better?
Better, yeah. Joe, is this a bad time?
What? Phone call? No. This is, that was just somebody I was talking to about arranging a surprise for Paulina because, I was planning on the two of us having a little celebration once I get reinstated, you know, which should be soon now because Cindy looks good for Grant's murder.
Yeah.
You know, Josie, I really have to swear you to secrecy now on this surprise because I have to surprise Paulina.
Your secret's safe with me, Joe.
Good.
In fact, actually, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, hey, you know, I'm not real good at receiving surprises. Good at giving them.
I think you're gonna like this one. I think you're gonna like this one.
All right, then. You say so. What is it?
Well, I was talking to Tony this morning. The IA still doesn't have anything on you, Joe. Cindy's being convicted of Grant's murder, and, we really miss you over there.
Thanks.
Joe, look, I know I'm part of the reason why you're in trouble. I want to be the one to petition the DA to have your suspension lifted.
You don't know me a thing, Jose.
No, come on, Joe. This is the least that I could do.
Thank you. So, what's happening with the case? Any new developments since last night?
Oh, we're just trying to tie up a few loose ends before we hand it over to the DA.
What kinds of loose ends?
Cindy was with Grant right after Vicky clocked him, by her own admission.
Right?
He says, help me, she puts him away. We still don't know why or how exactly. And why would she dig her heel into his hand after the guy was dead?
She was looking for the key, the one in the strong box.
Why would she have to kill a guy in order to get the key, Joe? I mean, the guy had a subdural hematoma. He wasn't going anywhere.
Could be a lot of reasons. Jose, listen, I'd really love to stay on top of this case. Unofficially, of course.
Joe, we could always use your experience. I mean, and hopefully your suspension will be lifted soon. But if it isn't, I mean, why would you want to help these guys anyways after the way they've treated you?
Sometimes you just gotta suck it up. You know, especially after all that weird stuff Grant was saying about me and my family, you know? I mean, I don't know what the guy thought he had on us. But whatever it is bothers me.
Yeah, it would bother me too.
I'd really love to talk to Cindy.
Come on, I'm going to the station now.
Great. You know what? Let me say goodbye to the sitter and let her know I'm leaving, and then I'll kiss Dante, and I'll meet you right outside, okay?
Okay.
This is not my life. This is someone else's life. I wandered into it by mistake, and they just haven't realized it yet.
Pretty shabby crib for the First Lady of Bay City.
Thank God you're here, Freeman. You are my only ally in this entire hemisphere.
Funny you should mention that.
Why?
Well, even though I was happy to help you erase the evidence about your divorce for a cut of the inheritance.
Yeah, I bet you were. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, it was beyond indiscreet of you to call me on the phone. Why didn't you call your lawyer?
Well, excuse me, but in case you hadn't noticed, I'm being held in jail without bail for a crime that I didn't commit. You are a much faster way out of here than any lawyer.
What can I do about it?
Cook up evidence on someone else.
Like who?
I don't give a flying fig. Just make it stick.
You know, I'm really shocked. I cannot believe you would ask an associate of the late great mayor to help you pervert the justice system, all for your own
Just
selfish
don't. Just cut it out. I'm your golden goose. We both know it. And I'm on the verge of inheriting all of said late great mayor's money. It'll set me up for life, and it'll set you up too, if you play your cards right, which means getting me out of here now.
I don't know. I've been watching you operate, and frankly, you're a bit reckless for my tastes. A little scary, too, if you want to know the truth.
So what? We're not getting married. We're entering into a business arrangement. And you know what? Let me paint the entire picture for you. Slick. The law prohibits anyone from profiting from a crime. That means if I don't get cleared for killing my husband, I don't get 1 penny of his fortune. And neither do you. Capiche?
I wish I could help you. I really do. But the fact of the matter is, I found another cash cow.
I don't want to step on Tony's toes. I just want to get caught up to speed on everything.
Cash, bonds, securities. There's Cindy's motive right there.
Well, make sure I get copied on the forensics report as soon as it comes in.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Good. This is the 4th arraignment I have prepared for in this case. Number 4. I've become the recipient of some good-humored ribbing in my office. I hate that. If these charges don't stick, I really... What is he doing here?
Actually, I brought him in as a witness to the discovery of the strong box.
Did you know about this?
No, I didn't.
A witness? Well, it's just amazing how you keep popping up everywhere, Captain. You must be the most suspended policeman I've ever seen.
I was going to talk to you about that.
Were you?
Cindy's been charged with her husband's murder. That clears Joe. Couldn't you endorse lifting his suspension?
No. As far as I'm concerned, nothing's changed.
How do you figure?
Well, first of all, the mayor's charges of corruption still stand. I think we ought to clear those up before we lift any suspensions. And secondly, some key evidence disappeared on your watch. So until we arrest someone who took that famous tape, you're still under investigation.
Joe had nothing to do with that.
The tape contained Mayor's confession of arson. It was in his best interest to have it stolen.
Well, how convenient that the mayor is too dead to respond to those allegations.
Listen to the tape yourself.
You just give your statement and remove yourself from the premises, okay, Captain?
That was fun. So, Tony, how's the case holding up?
How are you holding up?
Fine. Good. Great. Tony, thank you for going easy on me.
For what?
For showing up here. Listen, Joe, as long as I'm here writing out my statement, I wouldn't mind getting a quick peek at Graham's case file.
Look, Remy, I don't want to interrupt anything, so why don't I just take off?
You're not interrupting anything. I just woke up and Tito was asleep on the couch. And besides, I bet you haven't had breakfast yet.
I didn't get the chance before you called.
So then, let me make it up to you. I am going to make you my very special eggs.
Cool. What are we having?
We're having eggs and toast. You're having a donut or something somewhere else.
Hey, come on. Sorry. All right, see you
Bye.
later.
After last night, I thought that I might never see you again.
Yeah, well, I gotta admit, that was the original plan.
Really? Well, guess what? Your plan's changed. You're not going anywhere.
This coffee is not exactly as good as yours, but you can count your blessings because Vicky could have made it.
She must be pretty happy, huh?
Well, since Cindy got put away, I don't think happy quite captures it.
Where is she?
Vicky took Donna and the boys to go buy them some new summer clothes. We got the whole place to ourselves. What is up?
Maybe this coffee isn't such a good idea. I'm wired enough as it is.
Okay, what's going on? Is it Joe?
No, nothing like that. It's just, I can trust you, right? I mean, sometimes we've gone to the mat for each other, no questions asked, right?
Mm-hmm. What do you need?
$10,000 as a loan as soon as possible.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it?
What do you mean? If I got it, you got it, and I got it.
Well, it's nothing illegal, I swear to you. It's just a little embarrassing. And I promise I will pay you back in full.
Don't suppose I'm gonna find out what that's for, am I?
Vicky hasn't said anything.
Vicky knows.
Well, remember that day that you told me you thought she killed Grant?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted her to understand that I knew, but I didn't want her to know that I knew.
Okay, you lost me there.
I really shouldn't keep this from you. I mean, there's no reason to. I can trust you, right?
Just exactly like I can trust you.
All the time we were married, there was something I never told you. I didn't even tell Joe until a little while ago.
Okay.
Remember that day at the Herald? You saw me. I was placing an ad in the personals.
Right, I tried to figure out what you were doing. You gave me some line.
His name is Tim, and this money, it's for him.
You've got a son named Tim.
Yeah, everyone else calls him Tito. And maybe you've seen him. He hangs at the restaurant a lot. He's got kind of blonde hair, actually. It's very blonde. And he was looking for me, too. He's all grown up, and he wants to go to college, but Rachel won't release the money from my trust fund. That's why I need the money.
What? For me for a second. You got a son named Tim, and everyone calls him...
Tito.
Tito, right.
Right.
Okay, I'll bite. How'd you get a son named Tim?
The old-fashioned
Not what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'll try to give you the short version.
Any version.
Okay, when I was 15, I was in love with this guy, and I got pregnant. And then on my 16th birthday, I had a baby, and I could see that things weren't going to work out with this guy, and I was broken, so I gave up my baby at birth.
Honey, why didn't you tell me this? I mean, I knew you weren't exactly Snow White.
Well, you don't know half of it. The truth is I sold him.
You took money for him.
I couldn't ever bring myself to tell anyone. I just wanted to forget that I was the kind of person who could do something like that. I'm sorry.
You were a kid yourself. Okay?
I felt like the oldest, worst person in the world.
Let me ask you a question. Would this the information that Grant was threatening you with at the Harbor Club that night?
Yeah, I think so. Just, we don't have to worry about that anymore.
What does, Joe think about this?
Joe's been great. To me, anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, he's not too... Well, I can't stand him.
Why?
Because he doesn't trust him. Even though the DNA test proved that we were mother and son, Joe can't help but treat him like a juvie.
Oh, honey, he's a cop. He's a cop, and he's trying to protect the woman that he loved.
Fine, but I am Tim's mother, and all I want to do is make up for lost time. I want to give him some of the advantages that I had when I found out I was a Corey. You can understand that, can't you?
Paulina.
No, you know what? You take this back. I don't want your money if you think I'm a fool.
Why were you never gonna see me again? I was trying to be totally honest with you.
I don't want to get into it.
Well, Nick, that's not fair because there's something going on with you, and I think that I deserve an explanation.
There is no explanation.
No? Then why did you walk out on me last night? And why did you say, have fun with Tito? Oh, well, let me guess. Could it be that you think I'm sleeping with him?
Well, I'd file that under the heading of duh.
What?
Well, aren't you?
No.
Come on, Remy, don't lie. I saw it with my own eyes.
Forgive me, I'm sorry. I tried to leave you alone for a long time, but I keep hearing your voice calling for friend, and so now I must beg you for one short minute. Please, this is friendship dirge that I composed to melt away the guilty feelings that I have about this, our situation. But I can never bear to even play it, so please, I'm asking you to take it and to please, to know that this marrying you for the green card, it is not what you think.
Well, I think everything that needs to be said has been said about our so-called situation. And I'd really appreciate it if you didn't take advantage of my sympathetic nature. You know what they say. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
You're so beautiful, but what does this mean?
It means that the scam is over, Cookie. Okay?
No, please. Please, do not worry for me. Please accept this. I can no longer bear to look in your eyes. And so I am now going to banish myself to my own private Siberia, where hearts are frozen and where I will never, ever bother you again.
Felicia?
Gary. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Here?
Well, I mean, it's so close to the community center, and I just... Okay. Josie called me. Told me that she got the charges dropped and got you out of jail.
Yeah, she's a hell of a gal.
She said that you took off last night and she hasn't seen you since.
Yeah, well, nobody's ever accused me of being a hell of a guy.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd see you at your meeting. I haven't.
Look, I haven't been drinking, Felicia. But I have never been more confused in my life.
You have a lot to be confused about.
You know, yesterday I'm sitting in jail, figuring my life is over.
You thought you might have killed Grant?
I was drunk enough. And here comes Josie, looking like a guardian angel.
She rescued you again.
Yeah, but she also had my brother's kid. I mean, I am so lost.
Nothing hurts more than having someone lie to you. It's the worst feeling in the whole world. It's degrading, it's humiliating. And you know what else? It makes you not want to trust anybody else because you're afraid they'll disappoint you and hurt you.
It's exactly how I feel.
Okay, then. Why don't you do what we always say? Feelings aren't facts. You can have feelings, but you just can't act on them because that's when it really gets dangerous.
So what do I act on?
The facts.
Like what?
Josie loves you. That is a fact.
Yeah, she betrayed me. Fact.
Yes, but another fact. When your life was so bleak, it was Josie who came through for you.
Yeah, I know, and I know she probably wants to do everything right, and she probably deserves a second chance, but I don't know if I can forget, Felicia.
Who says you have to forget? Because you don't. But you know what? There isn't a lot more Josie can do to prove that she loves you. Fact. So I think the question you have to ask yourself is, am I really ready to lose her? And can I stop this drinking?
Felicia, you're a hell of a friend.
You know what? There's a meeting in an hour.
I gotta go.
Put that away, it's yours.
But you think I'm a sucker?
No, I'm just trying to think of what I would do if I was in the same situation.
And?
And I'd like to think I'd do that if it was a kid of mine.
Thank you. I haven't gotten a lot of positive feedback lately. Joe can't stand him, and Rachel is demanding more DNA tests. And if they're not on his side, how's he going to deal with Matt and Amanda and everyone else? And frankly, I can't believe that Joe and Rachel are acting like this.
All right, what's Joe's gripe with the kid anyway?
Tim's had a tough life. He's got an attitude, and he has a record.
What?
He has a record, Jake. Oh, come on, you know better than anyone else what I was like when I first came to Bay City, and you weren't Mr. Respectability either, pal.
Now we're pillars of the community.
I just want Tim to know that his life can change, that he can be accepted. I know, maybe you can meet him and tell him that. Can you do it right now? Please.
Come in. Look, I hope you don't mind me asking Reiner to lift Joe's suspension. You know I think you're doing a great job.
Well, no one will be happier when Joe's cleared than I will.
Why isn't he cleared? I mean, we have the tape with Grant's confession. Cindy looks good for Grant's murder. What's the problem here?
I don't know. Sorry.
Look, before you say another word, I just want to let you know what a jerk I was for cutting out last night. You want to, maybe get a cup of coffee and talk about it?
Gary, you just left. You didn't even say goodbye.
I couldn't.
Well, I can't now. I'm working. Anything interesting?
Grant was a busy man the last few days of his life. Getting information, writing his speech, arranging to grab his kid and leave town. Even Grant couldn't have done all that by himself.
Well?
Well, what?
Well, you just spoke to Cindy. How is she gonna plead?
Who knows? All she did was give me the 3rd degree about who her husband was sleeping with, even after the poor guy's dead. Let me tell you something. The clock is ticking on that woman's sanity. You. Let me tell you something, officer. That lady is out there where the buses don't run. I told her to get herself another boy. Good luck.
Joe, what's wrong?
That guy. Who worked for Grant, right? We brought him in here the night of the murder because he had Kirkland.
Yeah, but we couldn't keep him. Technically, there was no crime committed.
Because he was carrying out Grant's orders. Grant was Kirkland's father.
Right.
What's he doing here now?
Visiting Cindy.
He's not local, is he?
Not since I haven't seen him here since before Grant got whacked.
Okay, listen to this. What is the possibility of him being here the day that you stole the tape out of my desk of Grant's confession?
Hey, Josie.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Joe. I talked to Tony. She said we can use the office. Do you mind?
Excuse me. Before you say anything, I want you to listen to me. I know you're hurting, and I know I'm the reason, but you cannot go on nursing those feelings forever.
I know.
And I cannot want to be married more than you do, because that will not work.
I understand.
Okay, let's talk.
I wanted to apologize for running out on you last night. That's no way to show gratitude for springing me out of jail.
It's also no way to act married, but I guess I remember that more than you do.
Believe me, spending the night with you would have been the easiest fix in the whole wide world. But where would I be then? I'd still be lost and confused.
Right. But going out and getting bombed, you know exactly what's what.
I'm not drinking anymore. I know that's not gonna help me. I'm trying to sort through this.
And how are you trying to do that, Gary? By running away from me? How dare you? Do you know how worried I have been about you?
You know, the last thing I want to do is butt in. But if you want to kick around some ideas, I got some time in my hands.
Thanks. Joe, listen, you know I've been hating myself for doubting your involvement in all this.
Hey, you know, it's a tough time. Don't worry about it.
I'm just glad we got our suspect behind bars. Speaking of which, I need to go question Miss Thing right now.
Really? Well, it's not really a day at the beach. Keeping all Cindy's baloney straight.
Oh, you got that right.
I do have some experience with her. If you want, I could listen in. Unofficially, of course.
I really don't want any eggs, Remy.
You explain yourself, or you're gonna be wearing these eggs.
Remy,
No. I want to know exactly when you decided that I was having sex with Tito.
I walked in on it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's like this. I came over a while back and Tito answered the door.
Oh, that's racy.
Yeah, but he was buttoning up his pants. You were hiding out in the bathroom. Your clothes were on the floor and his were mixed in with yours. He said I was interrupting. He made it perfectly clear what was going on.
Oh my God. I am going to kill that sneaky little... Oh, Tito, you are dead meat.
Oh, hi, Mom. I thought you were coming alone.
Yeah, well, listen, I hope you don't mind, but I brought someone by to meet you. He's an important person in my life, and I really want him to get to know you. Tim, this is Jake McKinnon, my ex-husband. He's a great guy, and he knows the whole story. Jake, this is Tim, my son.
Hey, Tim, it's great meeting you. I understand this is a long time in coming, but I can only tell you that you couldn't... No, nobody could wind up with a better mom than Paulina.
Yeah, I know, right? Good things are worth waiting for.
Listen, I have great news. Jake's come through with the money.
You freed up her trust fund?
No, but he's gonna loan us $10,000.
What's that gonna do?
It'll pay for next semester.
No, I know. It's hard to invest in studying this way, worrying about the money, everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you're trying to do. I hate the thought of you having to owe people on my
Tim,
account.
look.
No, look. I've been thinking, and I think it'd just be best and easier on everyone if I took off. Maybe try to land a job on an oil rig in Alaska or something. Maybe I should just say goodbye for.
No, you can't. You can't do that. Tim, you can't disappear on me now. If anything were to happen to you, you were so far away that I'd never see you again. I'd never be able to forgive myself.
I know, Mom. Believe me, I don't want to go. But I can't just stand around here and keep freeloading off of you while Joe and the rest of your family is thinking I'm some kind of loser.
Don't say that. No one thinks you're a loser. I swear to you, soon you'll have as much money as you need. You'll be able to finish school and create whatever life makes you happy. After what you've been through, I owe you that much. I will find a way to get you that money come hell or high water. I swear to you. Besides, Jake's on our side now, so things are looking up.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that, Jake.
Do you know what this is, Cindy?
Do tell.
It's the medical examiner's report. It states that the puncture wound on Grant's hand was made by the heel of your shoe after his heart stopped beating. So, would you like to tell me what happened? But this time, tell me what really happened.
Sure, why not?
Would you like an attorney present?
What difference would it make? You're just gonna railroad me
So
anyway.
you're waiving your right to an attorney? That's fine.
All right, fine, yes. Ready? I went into Donna's office. I found Grant dead. When I went after the key to the strong box, I accidentally stepped on his hand. But as I said, Grant was already dead. See, I'm a nurse. I can tell a dead guy from a live one. And there are lots of people in this city who wanted to see Grant dead.
Like who, this Freeman guy? He and Grant ever fallen out?
Freeman is lucky if he can get his pants on in the morning. No, he was just here trying to hit me up for some of Grant's money. Freeman, well, he's a follower. He has the brains of a cockroach. I highly doubt that he could plan a murder and get away with it. Lots of other people could, though. Like you. You were in the office before I was, weren't you, Joey?
Oh, so that means I could have done it? Oh, that's a cute spin, Cindy. I guess Officer Burrell could have done it, too. She was there.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Yeah, you know what, Cindy? Here's a news flash for you. Officer Burrell didn't do it. Just like I didn't do it. Just like Vicky didn't do it. Like Marley didn't do it. Like Gary didn't do it. Who do you want to finger next? Elvis?
No, I think he was the one person who'd actually left the building.
You know, Officer Burrell, I've had quite enough fun games for one day. I'll catch you later.
Let me give you some advice, Miss Harrison. Things will go better for you if you decide to stick to the truth and stop laying the blame for this murder on everyone else. Why don't you get yourself a lawyer? Start taking this seriously, or you're gonna find yourself in prison for the rest of your life, or worse.
I'll tell you something else, Gary. I am tired of being no whipping boy. I screwed up. Big time, okay? But I can't say sorry any other way. So you can either stay married to me or go live in Timbuktu, but you cannot, I repeat, you cannot come in and out of my life and punish me some more before you leave again.
I am not trying to punish you.
Oh, you could have fooled me.
This is an NBC News special report.
Money, Mr. Freeman? Come and get it.
Ah, the plot thickens. Talk about the excitement happening on your favorite NBC daytime dramas with other fans online at nbc.talkcity.com. Join the conversation. NBC Tonight, we're serving up a full night of must-see TV. The fun gets started at 8, 7 Central with a great episode of Just Shoot Me, followed by an all-new news radio and a second hilarious Just Shoot Me. Then don't miss NBC's brand new hit comedy series, Everything's Relative. There's so much dynamite comedy here, there ought to be a warning. Then on an all-new Dateline, Crime Labs. Many have no minimum standards for the technicians they employ, and innocent people may be going to prison because of it. A Dateline exclusive investigation you won't want to miss, tonight on NBC. You can chat online about your favorite NBC TV programs 24 hours a day at nbc.talkcity.com. Join the conversation.